Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Albert Einstein. Welcome back to another deeply reflective and powerful episode of Bilal Hamza. Today, we are diving into a book that has the power to change your life, not just through information, but through transformation. We are discussing The Science of Self Learning by Peter Hollins, a book that is a roadmap for anyone who wants to master the art of learning on their own terms. In an age where knowledge is everywhere, but wisdom is rare, this book shows us how to take control of our own education and unlock our hidden potential. So sit back, grab your notebook, or just tune your mind in, because what you'll learn today may completely reshape how you approach learning forever. Let's start with a question. Why is self learning important now more than ever? Peter Hollins argues that the world has changed. The old formula of going to school, getting a degree, and landing a job is no longer enough. Knowledge is growing exponentially. If we don't continuously learn, we fall behind. But here is the catch: schools teach subjects, not learning itself. Most of us were never taught how to learn, how to retain information, how to think critically, or how to connect ideas across different fields. That's where self learning comes in. It is not just about reading books or watching YouTube videos, it's a mindset, a skill, a way of life. And here is the best part: anyone can become a self learner. Yes, whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, a teacher, or just someone hungry for growth. The first step to becoming a self learner: shifting your mindset. Peter Hollins says that the most successful self learners are not the smartest, but the most curious and consistent. Ask yourself, do I really want to learn this? Why does it matter to me? How will it benefit my life or purpose? This why is your engine. Without it, motivation dies quickly. Also, shift from being passive to active. Passive learners read and forget. Active learners ask question, apply and challenge what they learn. Hollins also reminds us learning is not about perfection, it's about progress. You don't need to master a subject overnight. You need to show up every day, even for just 20 minutes. Let's talk about environment, the place and atmosphere where learning happens. Here are a few things Peter recommends. Design a space that is quiet, clean, and free from distractions. Use tools that support learning: Notion, Evernote, physical notebook, mind maps. Set a schedule. Decide what time of day works best for your brain: morning, afternoon, or night, and build a consistent routine around it. Remember, habits shape the learner. When you make space for learning, you send a signal to your brain that growth is a priority. Now, we are getting to the heart of the book. How do you actually learn something deeply and effectively? Peter Hollins gives a clear, repeatable process. 1. Preview. Before diving deep, scan the material, read the table of contents, subheadings, summaries. This gives your brain a roadmap of what's coming. 2. Inquire. Ask yourself questions before you start learning. What do I already know? What do I want to understand? What's confusing me? This is called a Socratic method, and it's powerful. 3. Research and read. Now, go through the materials with full focus, but don't just read. Interact, take notes, pause, reflect, make connections. 4. Reflect. After each session, ask, what did I learn? Can I explain it in my own words? This is where true understanding begins. 5. Review. Use tools like spaced repetition and active recall. Revisit what you learned after 1 day, 3 days, 1 week. Test yourself not to memorize, but to reinforce. 6. Apply. Learning without application is like reading about swimming without jumping in the water. Use what you have learned. Write about it. Teach it. Build a project. Talk to someone about it. If you want to remember more of what you learn, Peter suggests active recall. Close the book and try to summarize out loud. Spaced repetition. Repeat information over increasing intervals. Visuals and mind maps. Our brains love images and connections. The Feynman technique. Teach it like you're explaining it to a child. Apps like Anki, Quizlet, and Notion can be incredibly helpful. Self-learners often fall into traps like over-consuming content without action, perfectionism, waiting for the perfect moment or method, multitasking, which kills focus and reduces retention. Peter Hollins says, don't be a hoarder of knowledge, be a user of it. So, let's summarize the wisdom of the science of self-learning. Anyone can learn anything if they are willing to try. The key is not talent, but process and purpose. Don't wait for a teacher, course, or classroom. Be your own guide, your own coach. Build a system, build discipline, and most importantly, never stop learning. This book reminds us that the most powerful education is the one you give yourself. Thank you for joining me today. If you found value in this episode, share it with someone who is hungry to grow. And remember, knowledge is light, and every page you turn adds another spark to your soul. Until next time, stay curious, stay humble, and keep learning. Peace and love, Hamza.